Hello students, in today's session we'll discuss placenta. You already know that human egg is alecythal. That means yolk or reserved food material is completely absent. For development, embryonic development and fetal development, it required continuous supply of energy. Soon after the formation of blastula, the blastula establish a connection with the maternal tissue and start absorbing nutrients from the maternal tissue. By the end of third month of pregnancy, the food is not sufficient for fetal development. At that time, an organic connection develops between mother and fetus, and that organic connection we called as a placenta. So placenta, it's an intimate connection established between mother and fetus, or between fetal membrane and the uterine wall. So when you look at the placenta, so it is formed only in the eutherian mammals, which are commonly called placentals. Okay, it is disc shaped, reddish brown in color, temporary endocrine gland. It measures about 4 centimeter thickness and 18 centimeter in diameter, and average about 1/6 or 1/7 the weight of the fetus. When you look at the structure of placenta, so this placenta is made up of two components. One is fetal components, other one is maternal components. The fetal component is made up of 4 extra embryonic membrane: amnion, chorion, allantois, and yolk sac. And towards the maternal side, the chorion and allantois fuse together to form chorioallantoic membrane, and which develops a finger-like projections, and those finger-like projections are called chorionic villi, and these chorionic villi fits into the depression of maternal tissue and establish the connection between mother and the fetus, and that connection we called as a placenta. The question arises, why the placenta is formed? Because of the exchange of biological materials. And you remember, this placenta is the only organ in animals formed of 2 tissues and derived from 2 different individuals. One is from mother, and the one is from fetus. So next we'll discuss, its fetal surface is smooth and has a umbilical cord. That means a fetus is connected to the placenta by means of umbilical cord. Okay, and the human placenta, which is commonly called chorionic placenta, because the placenta is formed of chorionic membrane. Allantois remains small, with the blood vessels extend to vascularize it. So placenta has 2 parts, maternal part and fetal part. So fetal part has finger-like projections, and those finger-like projections are called villi. Lastly, the chorionic villi receive the blood from 2 embryo by 2 umbilical arteries and return it by 1 umbilical vein. So lastly, we'll move on to the functions of placenta. So the first function, the placenta, which acts as a fetal alimentary canal. It supplies food or nutrients such as glucose, amino acids, simple proteins, lipids, water, mineral salts, vitamins, hormones, antibodies, okay, oxygen from from maternal blood into the fetal blood. So the first function is it acts as a fetal alimentary canal. It transport nutrients from maternal blood into the fetal blood. Then second function, so placenta which act as a fetal lung. It helps in the transport of gases such as transport of oxygen from mother's blood to the fetal blood, and transport of carbon dioxide from fetal blood into the maternal blood through placenta. So then lastly, okay, third function, the placenta which act as a fetal excretory system. Why? Because you already know that fetus is living. The biochemical activities continuously, the biochemical activities, the high rate of metabolic activities takes place. As a result of metabolic activities, one useful product is produced, that is ATP, and along with the useful product, the waste substances are produced such as carbon dioxide, urea, water, and hormones. And those waste substances accumulates within the fetal blood. They become toxic. So in order to maintain internal environment, these toxic waste substances diffuses from fetal blood into the maternal blood. Hence it is called a fetal, okay, excretory, okay, fetal kidney. It acts as a fetal kidney. Lastly, we'll move on to the last function, placenta, which act as a temporary endocrine gland because it secretes hormones like such as human chorionic gonadotropin, estrogen, progesterone, human placental lactation, and relaxin. So these are the hormones secreted by the placenta. So maternal blood and fetal blood are not in direct contact in the placenta because the two may be incompatible. The blood group of fetus and mother, okay, if they are dissimilar, and it makes incompatibility. So it prevents the entry of antibodies, pathogens from fetal blood into the maternal blood. The pressure of maternal blood is is far too high for a fetal blood vessel. There must be a check on the passage of harmful materials into the fetal blood. So this completes the structure of placenta. In the next session, we'll discuss the developmental stages, maturation, and lactation. So thank you.